freedom of the press. Then would you agree with me if I say that violence may be a valid exercise of freedom of the press?
Mr. Speaker, that's
Is it yes or no?
no.
Exactly, that is what I want to point out because Mr. Chair and members of this House, later on as the opposition will express their side, you will know that they should have qualified the violence that they are talking about in this debate because failure to qualify such violence will not automatically be tantamount to a violation of the freedom of the press.
Okay, Tyler, 4 minutes now to rebut Joy and argue
No,
why it's
tingin ng
not
babae.
necessary
Wala.
to consider physical violence against a journalist a violation of the freedom of the press.
Okay, good evening Mr. Speaker and Mr. Chair and members of this House. Now, first I would like to rebut on her points. Number one, the first speaker of the affirmative side expressed that physical violence is tantamount to censorship, repressive acts. Let us just go back to Maguindanao massacre and that the very fact that data gathering itself and then a violation was inflicted was already a violation of human rights. We oppose on the opposition side. Why is that, Mr. Chair and members of this House? If we shall recall in the case of PBM Employees Association versus PBM, it was clearly stated that there was a hierarchy of rights. What is that? Right to life is above all. Now, let us put this into context Mr. Chair and members of this House. What if I am being interviewed by a journalist for an alleged corruption? And then, I'm standing, I'm answering her questions, and then here comes a third person, an avid supporter of mine, without my control. Here she comes, and then she has this knife, and she was about to stab the journalist. And then in order for me to save her life, I push her so that there would be no violence on her part. They failed to qualify, Mr. Chair and members of this House. Therefore, it is our right to oppose that not all forms of violence is tantamount to freedom of the press. In fact, in the case that I just mentioned, I even protected the right of the person. Now, on the second part of the argumentation, freedom of the press limits democracy. Democracy itself is not absolute, Mr. Chair and members of this House. If we shall recall in the case of Espuelas versus People, if we are really saying that this is a violation of democracy, then why is it that in that case it ruled that if the language of the press is beyond the limits, then definitely it will not be constitutional. Hence, we have the right to protect it. Another one is also stated in the case of Brandenburg versus Ohio. Because in that case, Mr. Chair, it also says that if it is inciting to violence or to the breach of peace, then definitely we can also impose violence in order to prevent it. So now going to my speech, what is it that the opposition wants to happen? Yes, we do concede to the fact, Mr. Chair and members of this House, that there are violence that are really tantamount to violation of freedom of press. But since they failed to qualify, we shall qualify it for them, saying that not all forms of violence is tantamount to the violation of freedom of press. Why is that? We have the concept of necessary violence. When is this necessary violence present? Necessary violence is present if there is really a circumstance existing wherein you really need to exert force in order to repel the violence on the part of the journalist. One concrete example, Mr. Chair, is what happened during the Luneta siege. You know why the Luneta siege failed? Because violence was not, in a way, they did not listen, they were not convinced by the violence that were exerted to them. Why is that, Mr. Chair and members of this House? Violence was inflicted upon the members of that press in that scenario because they wanted to hide the plan of the police. But then here comes the press. They were not overthrown by that violence. They were still there. What happened? The plan elapsed. A victim was killed. So what is it that we want to happen, Mr. Chair and members of this House? That not in all cases, violence is tantamount to a violation of freedom of press. And with that, we believe that the opposition clearly established that this is not absolute and that this debate should go to us. Thank you.
Okay.